Alright everyone, let's get into this right away. I'm not even gonna bullshit y'all. We're obviously, thanks to the homie Garesh, you can check out his Twitter. I'm sure if you're watching a DOKKAN video from me or from anyone, you already know about Garesh. He does all the translations, him or Talon. But here we go, not even gonna delay anymore. Let's just get into it. Let's just talk about Gogeta first. First and foremost, let's talk about Gogeta because I think that's what everyone wants to hear first. So, he goes from the old leader skill, just 120 and a 50% to extreme, to 130 and a 90% and 3 key to extreme. So I mean, we already knew this is similar to all the other 120 EZAs, so good stuff for a mono lead. Then he goes from just lowering attack and defense to raising defense for one turn. Not greatly or massively, but raising defense nonetheless. Especially with his EZA stats, probably going to be reaching his defensive stat of like 11, like to maybe 12,000 around there. Because his defensive stat right now, Rainbow, is like 9,500. So he'll be around 11,000 or so. But he's going to be, and especially with his passive, he's going to be pretty high, especially raising his defense for one turn. So he's not going to be any slouch. I feel like he'll be maybe around 100k defense, around there. Maybe after he supers, he gets a little bit more. So, and he still lowers attack and defense. So look, I feel like that's probably one of the best modifiers in the game to like raise defense and also lower attack and defense. Defense is kind of whatever, but lowering enemy attack is always relevant. Except for obviously, you know, like maybe Legendary Goku event or like Dokkan bosses, but like the actual hardest events in the game, like Super Battle Road or Extreme Super Battle Road, lowering attack is pretty important. So I think that's a really good really good upgrade for adding a little bit of defense there. The new passive is attack and defense 120, which attack effective against all types. You can literally stop the bar there and just be like, well, he's busted. Because his attack stat, his defensive stat is all going to be really super high. Definitely, he's still hitting like in the 2 millions, I think around like now. He's going to be hitting at least the 3 millions or more. Like, this is going to be nuts. But what makes him even cooler, that he gets a medium chance to evade enemy attacks when collecting 1 or more. So he gets like what, 25%, 30% to evade. That's really good. It's not like the craziest, but it's still really good, you know, giving them that option. And then with 2 or more Rainbow, he gets an additional attack plus 40% when collecting 2 or more. So he just needs 2 Rainbow Key to do an extra like attack boost and to dodge. And the third one, which is to get 3 or more Rainbow, I'm not the biggest fan of. I think it's kind of redundant and kind of pointless in my opinion, unfortunately. I hate to say it, but it's kind of true that it's kind of pointless because all that him getting a, and not even a guaranteed crit, it's a high chance. It's just a 50-50 chance of him critting and doing slightly more damage. So he's gonna be amazing. I think that passive, that part of his passive could have been maybe gain a high chance to perform an additional attack or additional super or additional attack that has a medium chance to be a super or something like that, or just a straight up another attack boost or whatever. Like I think just making him either hit or defend like a truck would have been better than just giving him that critical hit because he's already effective against everyone. So I think that's a little bit redundant. So that's my opinion on that part. But aside from that, he's busted. He's gonna be crazy. Plus, he's Gogeta. Everyone loves Gogeta. All right. So in terms of who I care about more, let's talk about the AGL Blue Goku. So he gets, you know, the same like typing, but he gives him Ki this time. Ki plus 3 and an extra 80% per to all stats. Pretty decent for Battlefield maybe. If you're struggling and maybe you're like on the last post and the final battle and you just die like 14 times by Jiren, you could probably run this guy and make a makeshift AGL, STR, and Fist. Hopefully, right? And then his super attack goes from just no modifiers to raising attack and defense from. Always great. Really good like modifier. Then his passive, Godly Eruption. Attack and defense plus 100% when performing a super attack. Then he gains an additional attack and defense plus 59% and gives all allies 7% chance to critical hit and attack plus 20% if all allies attacking in the same turn are on the Realm of Gods category. They made this guy better than the Kaioken AGL Goku. Again, if y'all don't remember way back in the day, when this guy awakened with that Blue Kaioken Dokkan event that came out, it was like argued who was better, him or this guy. And it was mainly due to the fact because the Dokkan Fest has better links. Don't get it twisted. He has Over the Flash, Kamehameha, Prepared for Battle, Shocking Speed, Fierce Battle, thinking like Warrior Gods or something like that. He has a really great link set. Better than, you know, having like Resurrection F and Super God Combat. But the problem with him was that he had a flat number boost, but this guy had 100%. So this guy was like keeping up, even if it's much lower attack stat or attack based, you know, stats. So this guy's EZA instantly made him better than the Kaioken Blue EZA, strictly on the fact that he gets an extra 59%, and then the fact that when he does a super attack, it makes him even hit harder, because the way it's all calculated, it's different than having a start of turn boost. So he's going to be hitting hard, and then he's also a support unit that's giving attack plus 20% to, like, essentially it's attack plus 20% to Realm of God like allies, because you have to have Realm of Gods category members on your like rotation. So, which I think it's interesting, but they could have just worded it like, you know, that he gives Realm of Gods like 20% attack. But then again, it more so restricts him having it to be, rather than having just one Realm of God category ally on the rotation. Yeah, you need both of them. So, still not a bad restriction, because guess what? Realm of Gods is one of the like best fucking categories in the game. So, you know, it is what it is. Okay, so he is insanely good. Really impressed by him. And then the Tech Blue Goku, he's the Nuke League, goes from 33 to 35%. Has the same super attack modifier, which is also really great. Changes Rainbow to Tech. Attack and defense plus 100%, which is great because it was just 30% attack. Then he gains an additional attack and defense plus 59% and give all allies plus 7% chance to crit. If all allies... See, this one is different. This one needs all attack types, but you can probably complain that, you know, makes him more restricted. However, he's a tech nuke lead, so you probably won't be running him like more like anywhere else, but like either the punching bag event, or if you really want to run mono tech, I guess now he's a really good option for that. But mono tech, at least super tech, is like stacked with really good like Dokkan Fest LRs and Gohan and Gohan. So, but there's a lot of good like tech, you know, super tech units. So you can use this guy for, you know, at least if you want to just run a mono tech team. So he's not too bad as a restriction. I don't really mind too much because, like I said, he's a nuker and a nuke lead. So at least they did give him a lot more stuff to at least make him more like at least decent to use on his own. But overall, yeah, I'm just gonna wrap up the video here. I'm not gonna make it too long or too short. I'm really impressed by everyone. I think Gogeta's last part of his passive really just a little bit irks me because it just kind of feels redundant. But aside from that, I think him and maybe AGL Super 17 are my favorite because I don't know, bro. Because Super 17, they just snap, like reduce damage received by 40%, and then gets up to 3 key, up to 150% attack, and then an extra like 30% of damage reduction with each attack received. So he just needs to get hit 5 times, and he's a defensive god. He gets essentially 70% reduction, you know, and then he also gives the target Goku people like 17% chance to crit. So I think I'm more impressed by 17 a little bit, but this guy is no slouch. He's definitely going to be a top tier EZA. He's going to be a monster. He's Gogeta. Rip STR Gogeta. The only place you're going to use him is probably not even his own team, because you have like LR UI Goku, you have freaking STR Vegito LR, you have LR Blue Gogeta, you have Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Like, it's just like it's a madhouse in STR household. So all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys do like, comment, subscribe, and share the video if you enjoyed. Let me know what you think about the EZA details, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.